a country called Florida. There is a place in Florida called Coxo or something like that. It's a country in Florida and declared war against United States. And declared for what? Look what happened. So it was a big traffic to stop to the town. So then this company asked for independence, and the next day they declared war. Yeah. And then put a piece of bread, they smashed a piece of bread to a policeman or an army dude, and then surrender after 1 minute. And then they asked for the government for $1 billion to open the reparations. But they say it's the governor, it was the mayor, who is the governor, who is the president of the little country, and he is called Cosworth, but it's still part of the USA. It's in Florida, very funny. Yes, but only declared war to the USA for 1 minute.
I don't know if you did know, but the Germans got fed up and they went to South America, upset something.
Yes.
And some of the states agreed with the Germans, and what it is, in the end, that kicked in, and one or two of the boats, and yes, they brought these big minesweepers down, and I told you, in the end, I think all that.
They have Oktoberfest.
And festivals were connected with the Argentine beef. And then the war broke out, and everybody went, more or less went, and of course after the war it all changed. But I still think Argentine beef still gets it, but it's stronger.
Yes.
But Mother said, all the way to Buenos Aires, and then
Buenos Aires.
And then on the big boats, and then at the end, the Germans sent this bloody great sub and blew it up.
Yes, blew the sub? Oh, the submarine.
Blew that boat up.
All right.
And it was...
what year was that?
In the 1940s.
1940s.
3940s.
3940s, it was submarines down there.
Before all that conflict, my mother was down in South America.
Yes.
And she was, for the Vesties, and the girls, of course, after the war, they never went onto that anymore.
Yes.
And I don't know who supplies the beef and where it comes from today, but...
United Kingdom, Japan, Kobe.
He always had the rights to the boats.
Yes, but it's the chicken the problem.
Mother said, all the way down to South Africa.
And the USA have chlorinated chicken, and it's not allowed in the United Kingdom.
And the river plate, she said, was just like a plate.
Yes.
And it did. And then there was a big battle. The battle of the river plate.
River of the plate, river plate.
It's like me having a game at this plate. And what it is,
yes.
What it means is, 1 minute you're up on the storms up here.
Yes.
And when you get onto the river plate, it's...
the sea and the tree and the sheep.
It's so smooth.
Yes.
And they fought over this bloody little piece of ground. The Germans thought they'd get away from Germany.
Yes.
And then they put these bloody U-boats underneath, and some of the boats got blown up.
Yes.
And then they railed over that, and I thought Argentina and Chile was always having fights.
Oh yes, well in Chile, Argentina.
And they put the figure of Christ up there. So
yes. Salvador, that's the figure of Christ in Salvador.
That's a great thing. You can't miss it. But really, I don't know which
in Brazil.
I don't know which is the best way of viewing it, because now we only see it by air. But in my mother's day, it was just like that large tree.
Yes.
And you were a little boat about smaller than that dustbin. And when you look at it, you start thinking, what earth is that?
What earth is that?
And when the cloud cleared,
yes,
you see this great figurehead looking at
it. Oh, okay, God.
Figure of just looked like it. How it got up there, we just don't know.
Yes.
But somebody said, there's a cable car and there's one or two things. But Mother saw it from the ground.
Yes.
Today, when I had a friend called Mr. Stocker, Dave Stocker's father, he worked up at...
Brian Stocker. Yes.
He worked at the estate, as you go Titsy.
Tipsy Estate.
Titsy Estate. And what he said, he had a bloke called Davey, and I used to know him at school. He used to come on the school bus and all that.
Yes.
But anyway, and he said his son flew the planes, see?
His son flew the planes.
His son was a pilot.
Yes.
And I only knew, I don't know his older brother. This would probably be his older brother that.
Yes.
Anyway, he came down to Mother and he said, and he showed her coming down by air.
Aye.
And Mother's only ever seen it from the boat and looking up.
Oh, cool.
And he
Look
said,
up.
we don't go down by boats now, we can fly down there easier.
Yes. All right.
And I don't know what's happened to his older brother. He probably passed on. I don't know what's happened to David. That's the younger brother. Will be about my age. Whether he's still around, I'm not sure. You know.
Yes.
Now,
Oh, still around. How long time ago that?
if he was around,
Yes.
he would be in his 70s.
Woo! 70s. 70s or 80s.
David would be.
Younger than
But
the
John,
king. Yes.
I think he's called John. We call him John anyway. He was much older, so whether any of the brothers are around, I'm not sure.
Yes. Okay.
But he flew down. He used to fly down, and he showed me Mother one day of it.
Yes.
But like you said, it's funny. I found a picture of my mother
Yes.
that was given to these people here that knew my mother 40 years ago.
40 years ago, they know your mother.
Guess what happened?
What happened?
The old lady found my mother's photograph before she got married.
Ah, your mother photographed before she got married.
That's what I've just signed now.
Yes.
That's in the drawing room.
Ah, that's good.
Turned up 60 years later.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh,
I know, but turned up over 60 years later.
Yes.
The strange that is, it's actually there. I have to rewrite it on the back because it looks like it was going to them.
Yes, and they say it's your grandmother.
Lady, her mother.
Oh, whose grandmother? It was your mother or your grandmother?
No, her mother.
Ah, her mother. Yes.
And there's a big family of them. And it's his mother, not her side. And happened to be, the old lady lived into her 90s.
Oh.
And they were clearing out some papers.
Yes.
And there was a picture to her and her husband.
Yes.
And when she looked at it, she said, that's not my ticket photograph.
That
I know who it is if I can run into him.
Yes.
So she's only found the photographs. I may never have seen that picture if I hadn't come down here. I may never have run into him at all.
Yes,
so I may not have ever got that picture found. Because she wouldn't have known where I was.
Yes, here. Yes.
Because they were both nurses. But it's strange, I got the picture, I've just signed it this morning.
That's
and make sure and see if I put it up in the picture up on the wall now.
Yes, I hear you. Yes. The picture on the wall.
That's my mother.
Your mother on the wall.
Mother just before she got married.
Oh, that's also nice and young and beautiful.
And anyway, what it means is, it's strange how it got to the next door neighbour.
Your next door neighbour have the photo.
Not the next door, but one neighbour.
Yes.
How her mother kept it and how they knew where I lived.
Oh, so where you live? So he kept it and they know where you live.
If I hadn't moved here, that picture may never got here.
Okay.
Because they wouldn't know where I was living.
Yes. Oh, but you never have it, so.
I mean, but what it means is basically.
Yes.
That if I hadn't moved to them near here.
Yes.
They may have kept that picture all their life. And may have never seen me.
That's cool. All right. Never saw you. Okay, cool. Yes.
But in other words, it was just coincidence. She found a picture of my mother before she got married.
Yes. All right.
So I've got that that photograph now. So
yes.
I've got one of my wife and one of my mother.
All right. You're one of your wife, one of your mothers.
Yeah, but like you said, and I've also got pictures of my father. So I've got the family.
Yes.
You know, and like you said. And the only ones I haven't got, which my sister could get me, is all the family that's grown up.
Yes.
Lately. But there is pictures around. But the only way I'm going to do it,
yes,
which she won't like, is to take my camera around and take some pictures what she wants. But could get very moody because she's a bit like my mother's side.
Yes.
Very cussy. And it may not suit at the moment, so I'd rather not.
Okay, cool. Not to worry.
You get that from people because you think it's trust.
Trust and love.
And if if you can't trust your own family,
yes,
you know it's a bad policy.
Well, you must trust your family. Family are good, but
so
sometimes.
cause that, you rather look at it and say, you know, that's all right, as long as you see it from time to time.
That's
let
good.
It go.
Oh.
In other words, there's no point in me having it here unless they, of course,
Mm.
the children, of course, have moved on. They might give it to you, and they might not.
Yes.
You can't chance that.
True.
That's what it is.